What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Seaside Wajo with another DB video, and here I am to give you guys my rough draft for deck profile of Vaalmonica post Legacy of Destruction. I was taking a look at the deck and realized that the deck's actually super well self-sufficient. You're able to basically not be forced to use your entire hand, and you can actually keep 2 hand traps in hand. Plus, you're guaranteed, or very consistently guaranteed, to get back 2 cards for follow-up next turn, which is also full combo. So you're just able to do a lot. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the deck, what I want the deck to do and my plans for it, or my reasoning behind it. And hopefully you guys understand and are able to get through it. And if it doesn't work for you, well, you know, that's what we're all here for, just to give everything a good shot. But let's do the rundown. We play 3 Celatris. This is the new Rhoda on legs. It also adds itself, so it's like a supplementary pendulum monster. If you have both Vaalmonica cards in your scales, it's just a really good card. I use it with Celine, and then I'll leave it in graveyard. I'll summon it back, make another monster, and then I'll add it to hand for follow-up next turn. It's just such a good card. Insanely broken. 3 Angelo, 3 Demono. I'm not going to go over them because I've already gone over them in my original profile. 3 Kashira Fenrir. I really like, even though I don't play any discards to activate in graveyard, I think Fenrir just adding a card and replacing himself to be discarded is good, because at least I get the body on board, and I don't have to get DD Crowed or something. So just not having to worry about that aspect in grave, I think is really cool. Also, if they like imperm him or negate him, that basically allows my Celatris to go through free, so I just really like that. We play 9 hand traps. We play 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 2 Droll and Lockbird, 1 Nibiru, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. Following up with that, we play Called By and 2 Crossouts. I was originally playing 3 Pot of Desires, but I really wanted to see how well Crossout and Called By would go in. Those are going to be like, these are new implements to my already rough draft, but I've been looking at it and everything's been like super consistent, so I haven't really seen a need to really add any draw power to this deck. Because like if you just like draw like, so like there's technically 9 cards that get here, but I like to say 6 because you have Celatris and you have Agathocological Voice. So you have like 6 guaranteed to get to this, and then you have 9 ways to get to Angelo and Demono. So like as long as you can get to these pieces, so you have 9 ways to get to this, and you have 6 ways to get to this. As long as you get one of these 2 pieces, you basically have the whole deck to your disposal, which is super sick. Good enough. Continuing on, we have Vaalmonica Disharmonia. This is Spell Power Mastery as a Vaalmonica card. It's super cool. I love Endymion, so the moment I saw this card, I was like, this deck is everything that I want it to be. And then it also adds follow-up for your next turn, or if you have this card plus a Celta in hand and you have no other good discard, you can just discard it with your Angelo or Demono. Add that back to hand. You take the damage, which is Demono, which is what you want to start off with going first. And yeah, just start off from there. It's really cool, really awesome. I really enjoy it. 1 Intonare, since your graveyard's super flexible and you don't really have anything just off of original comboing, you're able to basically just force your opponent to give you a free Link 2 or Fenrir, which is like really sick. So just being able to get like a free body because you're making your opponent choose 1 card is like pretty cool. It is the weakest of all the Vaalmonica cards, but you know, you still play 1, I think. 3 of Vaalmonica Inventari. This is an also new one, you can tell by the custom on it. It is an E-Telly that forces you into Vaalmonica effects. So like if you're like in a super dire need where you need to get like that last life points, I think I can see you doing that. But that's not what we really care about. We care about the Electromite effect here, which is take 2 Vaalmonica Pendulum monsters, different names, add one of them to your hand, and add the others to the extra deck, which basically just gives you a free 2 monsters. So having this and having Celatris is like probably the coolest thing you could have. Super broken, really love it. Yeah, I've summoned 3 monsters, or like 2 monsters off Pendulum Summoning, and it's like my 3rd summon, so it's like it's just so good. Yeah. And then being able to add this off of like Vaalmonica or something, it's just really nice. 3 Celta, the original Rota of the deck. Now it's not replaced, but it's just, you know, Celatris is just so good. Still a good card. Still play it at 3. 1 Versari. It's not that I think it's bad. It's just that I think it's outclassed by the rest of the cards. I also still like using it. It's just like I wouldn't want to see it over Vaalmonica or Invitare. 3 Voice, that's what I'm going to call it now, because I just realized that there's voice at the end of it. Just being able to Rota out Celatris or any of the other Angelo Vaalmonica cards is really good. And then 2 of the traps. Having a spell and trap pop and having an imperm effect and a bounce is really good. I could see an argument for them going into the side deck and then maining them for going first. But, you know, it's just something that I just really like. It's just a rough draft. We're not, like, setting anything in stone here. But, yeah, I just really like these cards. I've had both of them set through some of the like, first 2 test hands. I think had both of them, like, set. Not one in graveyard like I did before or explained in my last profile. Both of them set with Zabufura on field. And having the Change of Heart live is, like, probably one of the coolest things possible. Because you're able to, like, take control of your opponent's monster with your IP on field. And you can protect your IP with Zabufura. So, like, your opponent has to waste, like, 2 or 3 cards to basically out everything. It's really fucking sick. Ignore the side deck. It's irrelevant. I just made it out of whim. So, for the extra deck, we play 1 Abyss Dweller. We're just trying to stop a game strategy. 1 Baguska, stop a game strategy. Typhon for going second, just a good card in general. Access Code, OTK. Appaloosa, if you don't get into your Vaalmonica strategy, you can still end on this with Exceed or Selene. Magistus, you can link off your, if like Invitare was negated and you still have Celatris with like Scales, you can basically just make this, add Celatris back to hand, and then Link Summon, or Pen Summon, at least that, and maybe get something there. 1 Duralume, I think Duralume is really good. You get to that, so like, a good example of this is like you have IP on board, your opponent summons a monster to attack over it or do something, you activate your Zabufura to gain life points, you take control of it, and then your opponent goes to battle phase, assuming that you've done everything, and then you just make Duralume and you pop that monster, and now your opponent has to go through another card. So it's just super neat in that aspect. 1 Exceed, Broken Link 3, 1 IP, 1 SP, 2 Selenes, just because I really like Celatris. 2 Zabufura, I go through 1, and I've always missed the other one, but now that I can focus solely on the Vaalmonica cards, I think 2 is very needed. And then 1 Link Spider in case we get nibbed, we can just make this, and then go into Zabufura, and be protected from the rest of the things. Because that still gives us access to the Change of Heart, that still gives us access to other cards in our deck, /thing. And then if our opponent tries to do something else, we can at least possibly pop their board. So I think it's a good card to have. And that's it for my list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is a rough draft. I hope to be doing some proxy duels with Pisai and some friends just to show you guys how strong it is. Maybe I'll even do a duel on DB and have that be put on, because that would be a little bit nicer than just me. Or maybe I'll voice over it. But yeah, I just think it'll be really cool for you guys to see some more DB content. Anyways, that'll be all. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next